Hello everyone, I welcome you all to Doubt Forum. Today we are going to take up this question. A block of mass m is placed on a smooth inclined wedge ABC of inclination theta. Theta is the inclination of the wedge and this is the block. The wedge is given an acceleration towards the right. So the wedge moves in this direction with an acceleration of a. We have to find the relationship between a and theta, the wedge angle, in a condition that the block is not sliding along the wedge. Normally what happens when we put a block, it would start sliding along the wedge. So to avoid that sliding, we started moving the entire wedge towards right. So when we move the wedge towards right, certain forces would be acting on block which would just balance the downward force on the block, and the block would not move with respect to wedge. Of course it would move, the entire assembly would move with the acceleration of a, but the block would not move with respect to wedge. It would stay at this position. Now we are not going to just solve this question. It is very simple question. You simply need to resolve forces into different components and you need to equate them, or you need to put F is equal to ma formula, and you will get the relationship in 4-5 steps. But this is not how we proceed here. We learn the basic concepts involved, so you would be able to solve this question as well as any other question of this kind. So first we would be discussing the concept of normal force. So I am listing down the concepts I would be using in this question. Normal force. Then we would be discussing about vector quantities and their resolution, how they can be resolved into different components. Resolution. And then we would learn a little bit about free body diagram, FBD. So let us start. First I would define wedge. What is wedge? We all know wedge is an object which is thinner at one end and thicker at the other end. We all have used some kind of wedge. Suppose you want to stop the door in your home. A door is frequently moving because of the wind, so you put something, some kind of chip below the door, so it is thin at one end and thick at the other end, so that becomes a wedge. So any object, a solid 3D object which has triangular shape, can be considered as a wedge. This end would be thinner, this end would be thicker. Next is the normal force. So normal force is nothing but a type of contact force which acts perpendicular to the surface of contact. Suppose there is a table. This is a table. You put a book on the table. You know, this book has some weight. If there was no table, this book would try to go down, would fall. But why? When it is placed on the top of a table, why is it not penetrating the table surface? Why is it not passing through the surface of the table and going down? Because the table is applying a force on the object. The surface, the two surfaces are in contact, table and book. At the point of contact there would be a contact force. This contact force can be in any direction, but it's one component. Its component which is perpendicular to the surface of contact is called normal force. This is the normal force, and this balances the weight of the object, and because of this the object does not penetrate through the table. What is the meaning of normal? Normal does not mean ordinary or normal, not abnormal. Normal in mathematics or geometry or physics is here to mean perpendicular. Normal simply means perpendicular. So normal force is always perpendicular to the surface of contact, and that's why its name is normal. So we understood. Suppose there is another body like this. A ball is there on a flat surface, just resting on it. So we don't have both the surfaces as flat, but at least one surface is flat. So the normal force would be perpendicular to the flat surface, normal force on the ball. Similarly, normal force is not applied by one body on the other only, but by both bodies on each other. Similarly, ball would also apply a normal force on the surface. Here also, table would apply normal force on book, and book would also apply a normal force on table because of the point. If there was no contact between two objects, there would be no normal force. Normal force, being a contact force, comes into picture only when there is a contact, physical contact. Next concept we are discussing is vector and its resolution. We know vector. In physics we have learned two types of quantities, scalar and vector. There is another category called tensor, we will not discuss here. Vector quantities are the quantities which have magnitude as well as direction. Suppose this is a mass of 1 kg, say 1 kg sugar. You add 2 kg more sugar in it, the total mass would become 3 kg. It simply adds up. Doesn't matter you put this 2 kg additional sugar from the right side or from the left side or from the top. The total becomes 3 kg. So mass is a scalar quantity. It has only magnitude. Direction doesn't matter. But in vectors, in physical quantities which have magnitude as well as direction, the direction matters. Suppose this is a block. You apply a force of say 100 Newton. The block would start moving in this direction. But if you apply a force of 100 Newton from this side as well, the block would remain stationary. The net force would become zero. So application of your forces goes waste. So in force, direction matters. It is not like 100 Newton and 100 Newton, so the total force or net force on this object is 200 Newton. No, it is zero here. So that is why force is a vector quantity. Now we would discuss vector resolution. Every vector quantity can be resolved into components. Why we resolve? Let us first understand from this. This is a ground surface and there is a heavy block of mass m resting on it. There are various ways you can pull this block. If you pull this block by applying force in this direction, you would require the minimum force. Or we don't know it would be minimum or what, but we can see we can apply force in this direction and the block would start moving if force is sufficient to counter friction force. Or most commonly we tie a string and we pull any object or block normally in this direction. So when we pull the object in this direction, does this object move in this direction only? No, it moves in this direction normally. So why? When the force is there acting on this direction, so why the displacement is not taking place in this direction only? Because this force has effects in multiple directions. This force would have some effect in this direction, would have some effect in this direction. So these effects are called components of force. So now we have to see, suppose 100 Newton force we are applying in this direction at an angle. So in this direction there would be some part of this force applicable, say 100 into 0.8 or 0.7 or 0.6, we don't know. Similarly, some force would be here, say 100 into 0.3 or something, we don't know. This figure is just for understanding purpose. So this component would actually balance the weight of the object, and this component would actually work to move this object. So that is why breaking a force into various components or its effects into different direction is required. So this process is called vector resolution. So let us learn how vector resolution works. So if we know a vector, quantity. It can be velocity, it can be force, it can be any vector quantity. But here we are considering, say, force. And this is suppose a surface, and the force is acting at an angle of theta. So we can find the effect of this force in different directions. So at a direction which is inclined at an angle of theta, the effect of this force or component of this force would be F cos theta. It is always so. Any vector quantity, the component of that vector quantity in a direction making an angle theta from the original direction is vector quantity multiplied by cos theta. Then you can also find the effect or component of this force or vector quantity in a direction perpendicular to the direction of F cos theta. So this is the axis. So if we go 90 degree to the initial axis, not to the original axis, but to the first component, so this becomes F sin theta. Why this F cos theta, F sin theta? We have given some explanation on the basic concepts in another video. You can refer to that. Or quickly, if you want, I can also say this is F making an angle of theta. We don't know what would be this value, so we call it Fx. We don't know this component. So what we do, and in this direction, suppose there would be some component, we call it Fy. So let us see how much Fx would be, how much Fy would be. So what we can do, we take Fy and put it here. Vector can be transposed from here to here without changing its magnitude or direction. So this is Fx, this is Fy. So taking simply the concept of trigonometry, you know cos theta would be equal to the component of the force at an angle of theta would be F cos theta. Fx is F cos theta. Similarly, you put sin theta is equal to perpendicular upon base, and you will find Fy is equal to F sin theta. So this is how you break any vector in different components. So now we have learned the resolution of a vector. So we will also discuss another concept. Before that, I would also like to mention here that a vector can be resolved not only in just one component, one way, but there are multiple ways to resolve it. So this is a force F, this is an angle theta, so this component would be F cos theta. Suppose this is an angle alpha from the original direction, so this component would be F cos alpha. Suppose this is in another direction, and this is making an angle of beta, then this would be F cos beta. F cos beta. F cos beta. And the angle beta, you go 90 degree to this beta angle. So this would be F sin beta. So this way you can resolve it, or you can find components in any direction. So we would find the components or resolve the force or any other vector in the directions which are relevant to us as per the question. Now let us move on to the question. Or before that, we would learn free body diagram. Free body diagram is nothing but a diagram showing representation of various forces acting on a single body. Suppose this is a table, this is a book. So multiple forces are acting on the two body. So it is difficult to understand at the beginning different forces acting on each body. So what we do, we separate the book and table, and we show the forces acting on them separately. So now this is called free body diagram. We free the table and we free the book, and then we see what forces are acting. So when it was here, weight was acting downwards, mg, weight of the book, mass being m, and one reaction force is acting on the book. Table was applying a reaction force or normal force. So in free body diagram, we would show mg is downwards, and normal force is upwards. These are the forces, all the forces. We have to show all the forces acting on each object. This becomes free body diagram of book. Now table. In table, the book is applying a force N, normal force, because action and reaction, Newton's third law of motion. So if table applies a reaction of N or normal force N, the book would also apply the same normal force N on table. So this is the only force on the table applied by the book. Yeah, of course there would be some weight of the table as well, capital mg, capital M being the mass. After learning all these concepts, let us solve the question now. If you have understood the concepts described so far, this would be very easy. You can solve it in 3-4 steps in just 2-3 minutes. So we would first see various forces acting on this block. On this block, it is very common, very obvious, weight or force due to gravity always acts, which would be mass of the block times acceleration due to gravity, acting downwards. Now there is a contact between wedge and the block. So because of this contact, normal reaction N perpendicular to the surface of the contact would be applied by the wedge on the block. So this would be another force. Now if you go by basic geometry, you can find it out. You can break this force N into two components. One would be acting vertically upward, this component, and one would be acting horizontally. If this direction is vertically, so 90 degree to this direction would be horizontal. And it is given that the entire assembly, entire system is moving at an acceleration of a to the right side. The block is not moving with respect to wedge. On the wedge, it is at the same position, but the assembly as a whole is moving to the right. It means the block is moving to the right with an acceleration of a. By geometry, you would find out that the vertical direction here would be at an angle of theta. So if this is theta, you can break the component of force N to this direction would be N cos theta, and the component of the force in the horizontal direction would be N sin theta. So let us make free body diagram of the block only. The block is like this. Mg is the vertically downward force, that is the weight of the block. N is the reaction or normal reaction applied by the wedge on the block. There is no movement of the block in the vertical direction. Only the block is moving in this direction. It means there is a net acceleration to the right. There is a net force to the right. The block is moving to the right side with an acceleration of a. It means net force is acting to the right side. We will find it out. No movement on the upward direction, it means the net force in the vertically upward direction is 0. If this is N, the vertical direction would be at an angle of theta. From geometry you can find it out. How? Component of N in the vertical direction would be N cos theta. Component of N in the horizontal direction would be N sin theta. Because we have mentioned the force N cos theta and N sin theta, so we remove the main force N, because N sin theta and N cos theta together, when they combine, they make N. So either we write N and we don't show N the components, or we show the components and we don't consider the main force. Now N cos theta is vertically upward, no movement, no acceleration in the upward direction, so N cos theta balances the weight mg. So from here you find out N is equal to mg upon cos theta. N sin theta is the right side force, net force, and net force is equal to mass times acceleration. The mass block is m and it is moving at an acceleration of a to the right side. So the net force to the right side, that is N sin theta, is providing that acceleration. So So n sine theta is ma. So here you can get, and you put the value of n from here, mg upon cos theta sine theta is equal to ma mm. G sine theta upon cos theta is g tan theta is equal to a. So this is the answer. A is equal to g tan theta. Let us quickly review. The block of mass m is resting on wedge. If we were not doing anything, if we were not moving the entire assembly to the right, probably the block would start sliding along the plane of the wedge. But here, to stop it from sliding, to keep it from sliding, we started moving the wedge to the right with a force, so that the block just balances and it doesn't fall, it doesn't slide down. So what happens, the block is stationary with respect to wedge at the same position, but it is moving with respect to ground. The entire assembly is moving with respect to ground to the right side at an acceleration of a. We draw the free body diagram of the block. In block, mg is the downward force, n would be the normal, which is perpendicular to the surface of the inclined surface of the wedge. Then we break n into two components, n cos theta vertically upward, n sin theta vertically horizontally. Why we broke the force in this direction and vertical? Why not along the inclined surface? Because there is no movement along the inclined surface. So we are interested in this motion, acceleration. So we find the component in this direction only, and then a perpendicular direction. No movement in the upward direction, so n cos theta balances the weight mg. You find the value of n. There is a net movement with acceleration a to the right side, which is being provided by the force n sin theta. So n sin theta is equal to ma. You put the value of n, mg upon cos theta, and you find the value of a. A is equal to g tan theta. So this is the answer. Thank you.